AI is about ready to take over.
Doubt it.
Terminator's about ready to be launched.
Doubt it. How about you welcome our guest instead of just jumping right in? What's this fella's name? Do we know this guy?
No.
So,
Have you ever seen him before?
Today on the Creatures Cortex podcast, we have
A very special guest.
very special guest and longtime friend of ours, pretty much family.
Longtime brother of ours. Excuse this guy's French. He doesn't know how to speak well on camera.
Raider
Fucking must be
French.
nervous.
Cheers.
Cheers. And so we are...
That brings us to our next point. Here's 2 beers for you. Here's 2 beers for me. There's 2 for him.
I'll put this guy over.
We're going to do our first ever beer review. Brought to you by this company, whatever their name is. Have you heard of this company? Have you ever smelt their beer before?
It's an IPA for one.
This one is.
I'm
They
not.
have others.
I'm not a fan of IPAs.
Oh, you already messed it up. You already hit the camera or the mic.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Get your fat fingers off of that.
Okay,
Hold on, readjust here.
that's right.
Okay, I think we're back on. You can hit record now. Are we still going? Are we still recording?
All right, so tell us about this IPA, Chad.
Well, I really don't know about it. I got it for $4 a case at a gas
$4.
station.
That's cheap. This can't be really good.
Try it.
Put it in your mouth and find out.
We are going to
See if
die.
you hate it.
Okay, so have you ever had this beer, Mr. Raider Dean?
I've had Nkasi brands before.
Have you?
Maybe not this one in particular,
Okay.
but they do have a select few other ones that are actually pretty good.
Yeah, they do. I love their oatmeal stout.
That's the one we were talking about.
Oh,
the oatmeal
boy.
stout.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah. Been a minute since I've had one of those, but yeah.
So
A good fall beer.
before
It
we
is.
have Mr. Raider Dean correct the first one, we're just going to take some drinks of this. We also have ordered 3 pizzas from 3 different pizza companies at almost fairly the same time. One of them being a local, all right, and they're going to take a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter because we're here to judge pizza by its quality, not just how fast it is. We also got the 2 typical standard Pizza Hut and Domino's, which I think Domino's is going to win.
That's because you're foolish sometimes.
I'm surprised they're not here already. But we'll see. Maybe Pizza Hut will bring the fury.
They don't bet against Idaho. Don't do it.
Dude. Maybe they're showing up at the door any minute.
Hard to say. But being that, Raider and I are both Idahoans, and you are the Californication guy.
No.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah.
California King.
I am
Yep,
an
Californicating.
invader. I was an early invader. All right, I came.
See? There you go.
Time is
There you go.
irrelevant.
I was
You just
one-
proved it.
I was one of the scouts.
Yeah, time is irrelevant. That brings me to my question. What are some differences that you really see as compared to where you're from in California here to Idaho?
Right. So when I first got up here, it was kind of a culture shock because where I come from, or the places I live, I should say, it shouldn't be where I come from. And I lived many places when I was young in California. We kind of moved around a lot. Just basically when I got up here, just the people were overly nice, and it was kind of off-putting. You kind of was like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you being so nice? Like you trying to swindle me here?"
I like how that's wrong to you.
Yeah,
But people being douchebags is cool and normal.
And normal, yeah. And so culture shock when I got up here. It took
How
me a while
strange.
to trust the people being so nice, and they will go out of your way, especially the drivers. They will stop traffic to let you come out and into the lane. And sometimes it's annoying, but sometimes you're like, good for you. But there's been a lot of influx of people.
Annoying to who? The
Yeah.
people who are late already because they chose to
Yeah,
not get ready
it
quickly?
depends if you're in a hurry and you're like, come on, man, I want to
Sounds
go.
like your problem, not theirs. Well, we were asking you a question. I want you to get back to, you already told us 2.
Okay.
Let's give at least one more thing of a difference you've seen between California and here.
Well, I could tell you one thing that did surprise me a lot when I got up here is the amount of skate parks that I've seen. It's just everywhere. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool because like being from California, that was one of the big things that we were pretty proud of growing up. Is we invented skateboarding basically. Yes, California invented skateboarding. Suck it up. Okay. But yeah, and so I got up here, and there were skate parks everywhere, and loved it. And even though I'm a bit too old to be biffing it on the skateboard nowadays, I still think it's super cool. And since I have kids, I've encouraged them to skate. Really didn't take with them, but it's an athletic activity that's always been, it's good for you.
Yep. We've taken the kids to the skate park many times.
Yep.
Also, a great opportunity to break a bone or two.
Exactly. And it toughens
It's a
you up.
growing experience.
Yeah. Weeds out the weak.
Yeah, it does. All right, good enough, dude. Let's get into movies, dude. We had some big stuff happen in movies. Val Kilmer just passed away. Have you heard of Val Kilmer?
Yes, he's one of my favorite
Oh, you have?
actors.
Yes.
Yeah. What is your favorite Val Kilmer movie, Ritter?
And there's a few. Well, for one, Oliver Stone's The Doors, 100%.
Jimmy?
The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Ghost in the Darkness.
Great movie.
That was a good one. Yeah. But he played quite a few roles.
Willow. Mad Mardigan.
That's my favorite.
That's one of the earliest.
Yep. He was in Small Soldiers.
Yep.
He was in
He's been around
the
for a
Prince
minute.
of Egypt. Remember that animated?
I don't think I ever watched that one.
Okay, so another one of my favorites of all time that Val Kilmer did, Doc Holliday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone. That is
Probably everybody's favorite.
right. So many quotes.
So many.
We'll have to review that one of these days.
No need. We just did.
Yeah. So here's the Val Kilmer.
Yep.
Okay.
He did his time. He did it well.
You did.
There's also the Iceman.
It was. And
so many
Batman.
good parts.
Also played the Batman.
All right. So
Yeah.
he played one Batman movie that really kind of trips me out that people
Forever.
recognize
Batman
him
Forever.
for the Batman movie and not all the other amazing parts. I'm like,
Well, technically, we talked about Batman last,
He
so
does-
I wouldn't say that was over, like his
Well,
role in
well,
Heat
not
or
us.
Tombstone.
but when I was like reading the stuff online, it's just like Batman. I'm like,
Why were you reading online?
Well,
That was his first mistake.
That was his first mistake, is starting by reading online. Did you order on Amazon that day as well?
Yeah.
I got my Temu package.
Yeah.
I'm
Was this
sorry. I
Timu?
draw my line at Amazon. Okay, sorry, Timu.
Sorry, I was watching CNN. My bad.
Even though, man, I've seen some stuff coming from Timu that looked pretty impressive. I was like, dang,
It's not. It's not. I promise you.
the pictures look impressive.
Yep. How about Buy American? How about that? We're American. Buy America.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, back to movies. Val Kilmer passed that day, 59 to 2025. What else you guys got for movies? I got a bunch of movie stuff.
Well, today we're going to do a movie review, and we asked Mr. Raider Dean what
Let's do it.
he wanted to like. And since I just found this, I think it came up. We got Nightbreed, and I got a cassette tape.
Show it to the camera.
I do believe I hear a pizza. All right, who wants to bet?
Don't worry about the pizza. You keep talking to the people. Tell them what you're thinking. Tell them how you're feeling. Tell them what's crapping.
So,
Back to Nightbreed.
I can't really start this off because I
He's
don't know.
never
I don't
seen
know.
it.
I don't know how this got by me, but I'd never watched the full movie.
Never seen it.
Yes, and so I'm about halfway through it now,
He's
and
getting
so
educated.
I'm going to let Mr. Raider Dean and Chad Bankowski,
Who? Carl Carlson?
Carl Carlson,
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. Cheeseburger McJenkins? I don't know him.
tell me what you guys think about this movie. What was the best parts of it? Was the all right, and I don't care about spoilers. What I think if it's kept out on video, if you could buy it, if it's like not in the theater, right? I don't care about spoilers, and you shouldn't either. You took too long. If you really wanted to know, go see the movie before it comes out on video.
Yeah, enough disclosure, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, get to it. Tell the peoples.
Tell him.
Well, tell me what to do.
Yep, Raider Dean. Oh, there it is.
Oh, so we have our first pizza showing up. Oh, we got two pizzas at the same time.
You got the 2-for-1.
Oh, two pizzas at the same time. Thank you, Lily. Okay.
Don't block the mic. Leave
Yep,
it alone.
Yep. All right. Uh-huh.
Put them up. Show the camera.
All right. Hang on. I'm getting faced here.
It's got to set the scene.
So we'll come back to the movie here, and we're going to ask
Who
Mr.
is
Raider
who?
Dean. All right. And so I believe what we got here is
Pizza Slut.
this. Yeah, this is
That's a pepperoni.
Pizza Hut. All right, and we have Domino's. Okay, so how I'm going to do this, first of all,
What is that?
is
Is that a heroin needle?
I was-
God, man, he's got
because
a
I
weapon.
was a chef.
Jesus Christ.
He's
Because I
got a
was
probe.
chef.
You got a concealed carry for that guy?
You watch your ass.
Jesus, yeah.
we're gonna test the
See?
box.
See?
Look at this.
Just stuffs it right in.
Yeah.
Jesus, guy.
No, I don't want to open it up and mess it up. This is honest.
even
with you.
spit on it first?
General
So-
safety, Chad.
It's
Where's my goggles?
I
Where's my PPE?
I ordered spit on the side. Okay, they didn't bring it. I'm sorry. All right, so
Just probed a box.
They
so
did.
far
Hey, Cartman.
we are
Without hesitation.
134 on the Pizza Hut. Okay.
See, he did it again. I think he enjoys this.
He
Really.
stuffed it.
Oh shoot!
Stuffed.
Look at this. We got
Yeah.
we're already topping 153, 154 on the Domino's. I'm telling you, Domino's is my guys. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're at 154 at Domino's.
Till he puts it in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Then it's going to be 69
Right?
degrees.
Mr. Ray's going to go back to the
give
set.
us a reveal. Open both of those up and tell me what one you think. Is it the best looking pizza? We did order just pepperoni because that was Mr. Ray or D's preference.
Look how fluffy it is. God, that looks like a bottom of an octopus. Suction cups.
So which one are you? Would you grab the first slice out of?
Probably the Domino's. Not
No,
gonna lie.
Domino's is coming through. How about you, Chad? What do you think?
Unless you want suction cups in your mouth first.
Hmm.
Presentation wise, unfortunately, is Domino's.
They both look like trash.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but
Better go with the
presentation-wise-
Domicillos, not the pizza slut.
Nope. The slut is
Hmm.
failing.
Okay, cover them back up.
No. Hang on.
Oh, he wants to eat it right now. He got to get it in his mouth.
We're gonna take a bite. We'll finish these off afterwards.
We're going to take a bite.
We're gonna take a bite.
He wants it.
So grab a slice.
Don't want to.
I will take a slice of. Yeah, why not? Give one of each. Take a bite.
That's the
Okay.
smallest.
So Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut sauce is better.
Y'all just tried pizza sluts.
Mhm.
Pizza Hut is good. Nice. Here's Domino's.
Mm-hmm.
And we're reviewing this Nikasi Northwest IPA. Is that what that is? And quite honestly, if a beer doesn't pair with your pizza, it's a shit beer. Okay, I'm telling you that right now.
You sound like an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. He is.
I dabble. Okay,
He is. Don't worry about it.
all right, that's acceptable. Acceptable pizza beer. All right,
Yep, sure is.
all right, that's a point. That's a point up for Nagasi.
It's not going to hold up to Idaho Pizza Company. I'm telling you right now. He's getting smoked. It's child's play right here. Either of them
Beginner.
come with napkins or no, they don't serve like that.
No.
Go to a restaurant, they say.
All right, that was good. So, Domino's, hotter, look better.
Pizza Hut tastes better.
Pizza Hut has a better sauce. I'd have to say.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Mr. Dean?
Have to agree. Pizza Hut
All right.
tastes better. Domino's looks better. Looks can be deceiving.
Mm-hmm. Heard that story before.
Yeah.
Okay, but we still have Idaho Pizza Company coming, and they are local. They take a little bit longer. They're not one of these.
Fast food giants.
Why they
Fast
call
food
it fast food?
Hey, where you going with my pizza
Oh, it's
slut?
just not-
Back up, you beast.
Are you done? You want me to just remove that for now, or? Oh, I guess so. You just leave them there.
Just leave them.
So, what did you think of the beer? Is the beer pairable?
Oh, I love this beer.
I haven't even opened this yet.
I don't think there's many Ninkasi beers I don't like. They're all pretty good. They're a good brewer.
Yeah.
That's why this is one of the ones that I picked. They had a couple other cheap beers in the old gas station, but passed them up for the old Ninkasi.
I've been drinking Ninkasi for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So they had those 1 liter bottles.
All right. So our pizzas came. We ordered at roughly about 6:05, and it took them about 30 minutes to get here. Not bad. Not bad. Groove. On what is today, a Thursday night?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Sure is.
All right, Mr. Raider Dean, tell me about Nightbreed. What did you like about this movie?
He did.
Everything.
Yeah?
Loved everything about this movie. Hands down, my favorite Clive Barker movie of all time. Even more so than Hellraiser. There's lots of Hellraiser fans, but I'd rather watch Nightbreed. I like the concept. The concept is awesome. It was very well done and portrayed. I don't know. I like how it's the monsters that are portrayed in the movie. They want you to think are the monsters when actually it's the human beings that are portrayed that are the real monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the monsters look pretty gnarly. I wouldn't want to mess with them.
They do, but
Through practical effects, badass practical effects, they made you feel like the monsters were the ones.
Yep.
Mm.
So was this? I wonder if this was made before Hellraiser or after.
well, I would say the first Hellraiser had already come out.
I believe the first Hellraiser had already come out, and I think he was close on number 2.
Yeah, more around the same time.
Yep.
Nightbreed has been around for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, definitely hands down my favorite Clive Barker movie.
What did you think of the soundtrack?
Soundtrack is equally awesome. It matches it fully. You can't have one without the other. It's one of those kind of movies.
Good.
Mm.
And of course, practical effects, like Chad was saying.
Yep.
So, tell me what you liked about the practical effects, Chad.
Monsters, monster design, concept of them, what they're doing, and like Raider said, makes you feel like the monster is the bad guy. Right? You're like, what the fuck, this freaky looking thing? But
Until you see what the humans are willing to do.
mm-hmm.
They're the real shitty part of the whole thing.
Yep.
What about quotability? Is it a quotable movie? Was if you were
100%.
hanging out with buddies, could you bust out a quote and they recognize it?
Yeah. Yeah, the one that captures Boone. He's meat.
Right?
He's meat.
He's
meat for the beast.
Yep.
There you
Yep.
Sure can. Yep. It's quality entertainment.
Can't do this.
What about-
it's the law?
What about
Fuck the law.
rewatchability?
All right.
Is it a movie that you could watch over and over again?
Oh yeah, I've been watching it fucking ever. I
Yep.
grew up watching it. One of those old time classics for sure. Yep. It's a cool, interesting story. I mean, the story about Boone alone too, like the shit that he goes through, how he gets to Midian and finds out that they're not who they were represented, and he becomes one himself. Somehow tries to go on. It's a pretty cool story. And the whole time too, all this is going on. There's also a serial killer involved as well, just to kind of make it even more crazy.
Zazz it up, they say.
Yeah.
I've only got about halfway through it, and so far it was at the very beginning. It was a little bit confusing to get what was going on in the story.
His dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch the entire thing, right? It's a revisitor.
It's
a revisitor.
It's one of those movies you're going to have to watch all the way through to get it.
Correct, all the way through and then again. And everything's going to make more sense, right? Because back in the day when, like we talked about, the golden age of Hollywood, when storytelling was storytelling, and it had, some depth to it, rather than monkey business,
right?
Let's call it.
Some tomfoolery.
Right? Did you guys see there's a new Final Destination coming out?
Bloodlines.
Mm-hmm. Excited for that.
It's the last one that had that, what was his name? Actor that just recently passed away. I have to look it up again. Anyways, I think it's cool that he's in the last Final Destination movie before he passed. So I'm excited to see that.
What about you, movie guy? What do you got on movies?
What have I got on movies right now?
Let's hear it.
Let's see.
New How to Train Your Dragon's coming out. I'm stoked for that. The kids are going to love that. You
Yeah.
seen that's live action?
No, I haven't.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a good one. You got 28 Years Later.
Yes,
You're excited for that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
I've been
A.
following that for a minute.
Did you guys see there's a new Naked Gun coming out? I don't
I
think it has
have
Leslie
not.
Nielsen in
Oh,
it,
God,
but new
no.
Naked Gun.
Oh, well, we got the new Happy Gilmore too.
New Happy Gilmore. Yep.
That's
New
funny.
new Predator movie.
New Predator,
Badlands.
Badlands.
Nice.
Yep. New Avatar movie.
Really, Avatar, huh?
Yep.
And-
Mortal Kombat 2, of course.
Oh,
New
yeah.
Saw movie.
Yeah.
New Silent Hill.
New Silent Hill game. Dude, I really want to watch the Mortal Kombat 2. Hey, you quit your leaning on the table as a crutch.
Yeah, right.
Sit back and enjoy the destination.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty good for movies. We could move on if we want to TV.
Have you watched anything interesting here lately?
I don't watch TV.
Any good movies?
Well, not maybe movies, but TV shows. Yes.
All
Hit it
let's-
up.
Let's
Like
talk
on,
about TVs. What do you got?
Okay, Apple's got some fucking pretty good shows going on right now. Like one that me and my lady were watching that we really like is The Silo. Silo is pretty cool.
What is that about?
It's a dystopian, kind of style movie where basically all these civilizations learn to grow up in these areas that are deep underground with certain rules and basically how to sustain a society and grow as a population.
Sounds like Fallout.
Kind of.
I was
yeah.
thinking about the same
Yeah,
thing.
Fallout was cool too,
Yeah.
but nobody knows who created these silos or how long they've actually been around.
Mm.
But they all
Okay.
live by the same guidelines and rules and to make, population survive, essentially. But there's like all these fucking levels. Like these are deep fucking silos. But it's got a lot of cool twists and turns, and you learn more the further you go.
And the silos are connected. They talk to each other. No communication.
Well,
What's the
at
deal?
first, you don't know how many are there. Like, are we watching just one? But the further you get into it, you learn that there's more.
Multiple.
But what you learn as you go along with the show is pretty cool.
Okay.
Without giving too much away.
Well, spoil it. Who cares? That's their problem.
Foundation is another pretty cool show
Hmm.
on Apple as well. If you are a fan of Dune or anything like that,
Love Dune.
it
I
hits
was
pretty close to
a
like
little bit hard to
Dune
digest
and
those
stuff
last
like
couple of movies.
What? Oh yeah,
The
the
Dune
Dune.
movies. Yeah, I didn't.
Have you watched the show on Max?
No, but I heard good things about it.
I hear
It's
good
pretty
things.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got that guy that played Ragnar Lothbrok in the Vikings.
Oh yeah, I like that guy a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Foundation's pretty good. It's pretty similar to that kind of style.
Okay.
you know.
What do you think of the new South Park trailer?
I'm excited to see what they're gonna do.
Oh,
Always with Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they constantly push the boundaries.
There's
They
so
do.
much for them to play off of right now. It's going to be great.
And from what the trailer was showing, we get a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm. Sure do. It's
Everyone
going to be
should-
South Park.
Everyone should just admit that South Park is probably some of the best comedy on earth right now. They're legendary.
And by that you mean since 95?
And they continue to push the boundaries. They don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
Still relevant.
What do you got on TV?
What have I got in TV? Well, let's see.
Do you even watch TV?
What is
Hey, lean back. Quit
TV.
thinking on the
hang
table.
on, hang on. Yeah, no.
Pull that to you. Watch this.
There we go.
Now you don't have to lean forward like caveman hunchback.
right? Help me help you.
Yeah. Come on.
No,
We talked about this.
come on.
really haven't had a whole lot of time to watch any TV since the last podcast because I've been busy,
Doing stuff.
Busy, yep, and life has been doing things, and I've been trying to respond in kind. And luckily, I've kind of gotten to a place I can breathe a little bit and take a breath before I have to take care of other stuff. But anyways, yeah, no new TV stuff. I haven't really prepared any.
Okay, so nothing on TV for you. We're just going to cut that entire part out of you talking.
Exactly.
On to TV. Did you guys know Lucy Lawless just had a birthday? You guys remember Xena?
Dude, Xena was awesome.
Sure was.
I watched the shit out of Xena. I don't care what anyone says, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Xena was awesome. Did you watch Xena?
It's not the only thing he was watching.
Oh, dude,
It's not.
come on.
He's
Come on.
watching
I
Young
was a young
Hercules,
man.
too.
I was a young man.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it.
What was his name? He was a thief.
Yep.
Gosh, I wish I remember. I
Azaries?
want to know now.
Who knows? Who cares? Anyways, we're
It
over
happened.
What do
TV.
you mean, who cares?
It's
Bruce Campbell.
beyond us.
We care. Right?
Bruce, don't call me Ash Campbell.
Okay, well, we're going to take a time to count how long it takes David to figure this out then, since he does care.
My phone.
1,
My phone is right there.
2, 3. Google
Look
it.
at it.
I can't Google it right now.
Okay, anyways, enough of TV unless you got more. Let's move on to some video games. Do you play video games?
Sure.
I do not.
Yeah.
Raider Dean, do you play
Look
video
at
games?
him.
Mr. Raider, what are you playing at the moment?
At the moment, it's very rare that I actually have time to sit down and play a video game.
I guess by video games we mean any kind of games, really. It doesn't have to be video games. It
Oh,
could
like
be
mind games.
Yeah, mind games.
I play those
It
constantly.
could be classic entertainment, like a board game,
daily.
like
No.
a good family board game night. You playing
Or-
Chinese
No,
checkers,
the game of life.
yeah, the
What
game
is-
exactly,
That is the biggest
right?
game
Or
of them all.
Battleship.
What is a video
Yes,
game
sir.
that you have played that you have really enjoyed in the past?
Well, okay, so when I did have time for video games, it was definitely the horror genre. Silent Hill, Resident Evil, stuff like that. Those were pretty fun games to play.
Yeah.
The whole solving, where you needed to go, the horror kind of creepy aspect to all of it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where it was. It was back in like the 90s.
In Resident Evil 1.
Resident Evil 1 and 2.
I was
So
I was a
Resident
young
Evil
guy.
2 will forever be my favorite Resident Evil game.
It was
Hands
great.
down, because you could pick Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield.
Mhm.
And
I like
even
that
when
it
you
started
beat the
easy.
game, you could go back and it opens up a whole
Yeah,
different
it did.
map and you play the game entirely different.
I like how it started on
It's
easy and it gave
crazy.
you the great weapon, so you could go and figure out the game a little bit.
Yep.
You just didn't have to go into instant crazy mode because it was awesome.
Well, I remember.
But I also like the first one too. I like the mansion.
my
Mansion was
first
cool.
jump
It was
scare
great.
on that game was when that dog broke through the window. I was like, ah!
Oh, fuck.
That dog, man, it got me. I was,
Son of a bitch!
I didn't poop myself. You
Yeah,
did.
stupid dog!
And then I had to make my little brothers play because they're like 5 years younger than me. Right? I'm like, play this.
Right, you're gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
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 Turn off the lights.
Right.
You got to play in
The good part's coming up.
Yeah.
This is
Pay
part of the
attention.
rules. I'm sorry. I didn't make them. This is how you play it. Good luck.
It says in the instruction book, play
Yeah.
in dark.
And we're going to turn the volume all the way up.
Right.
So it scares the piss out of you. Literally.
Right.
What do you got on video games?
Let's see. What am I playing right now? Well, got nothing right now.
You got nothing right now. I've still been
Does it
playing
have
Eve.
something to do with video games?
Right? What's this hot
Oh,
mess?
yeah,
Right.
why
This
did
hot
those
mess
turn off?
express.
They turned off.
Did you push a button?
No, but I think they
Looks like you
their
pushed a
timer
button.
or something.
Well, he's got some kind of touch.
Well, I can tell you about a video game that has
Fast.
Ha!
truly inspired me and I spent countless hours on is all the Final Fantasy games. And not all of them are made the same. Some of them are really whack and goofy, and some of them were just gold.
Some of them are online MMOs.
Yes.
Mhm.
I never enjoyed that online MMOs. You were really into those a lot.
Yeah, I like PvP.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Got it talking in alien code to me.
Oh, what'd you say, robot?
Does not
Beep, beep, beep,
compute.
beep.
Did you ever play a game called? Oh wait, hang on.
Nope.
Duke
No,
Nukem? Yes, I did.
Duke
Yeah.
Nukem.
Loved it.
Time to
Right.
kill. That was a good one.
They're all great, dude. Even the originals. So quality.
What about Earthworm Jim? You ever
Yeah,
play-
I love
you
that
ever
game.
play Earthworm Jim?
They made a show
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a TV show or movie.
Oh man, I missed
What was
out.
it?
I gotta
Toe
check
Jam
that.
and Earl?
Mm-hmm.
Or Odds Odyssey? Those were pretty cool.
And what did you think about the TV show Alf?
Do you like cats?
Yeah. Do you like furry animals that talk to you?
Alf was great. It was just
He's not quite Jim Henson,
you'll never get that again.
but kind of close.
Right? A little more spicy.
Yeah.
I think that's about all on video.
Good enough on
games.
video games, huh?
What
How about music?
Music. All right.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Raider, what is, say, your most influential artist that has inspired you to be who you are today? Like, if you
Your number one?
yeah, well, number one.
Okay. Oh, dang. I had a similar question. Mine was going to be define you in 4 artists.
That's a good one too.
Well, I mean, I
We'll
asked
do
good
them
questions.
both. Come on, Raider, you're on the spot now.
Yeah, or don't answer. Just say, piss off, wanka.
Yeah.
he got something.
Well,
Still beating this guy down.
I'm liking this Ninkasi.
It's all right for an IPA.
Flavorful.
And I'm not a big IPA guy.
I mean, it's all right. No, it's good.
I'll give it a 2 out of 7.
It's good. Or 7 out of a 2.
Yeah, right? Which one?
I'm guessing on this one. I kind of got an idea. Let's see if I'm right.
Oh, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
Well, as far as like influences, like growing up, there was many.
Okay, say you just were on a ship and it crashed and you had your whole CD collection on you and you can only grab one CD. All right, what is that CD? Or cassette tape or digital download, whatever it is nowadays.
MP3 format that you could still download.
If I can only have one CD?
Yep, one CD. Everyone has a CD. I know I have one.
Probably have to be From Mars to Sirius.
Good call.
But it's like that whole album is not just all heavy though. Like there is a lot of meaning in the lyrical content and just how they portray their music and how they deliver. Like it's a solid album from beginning to end. I mean, there's a lot of albums out there that I like from beginning to end, but that one, for me personally, I really appreciate because of the music and the lyrical content.
Mm-hmm.
Both are solid.
I
Both
agree.
are intelligent. Both are really delivered just tremendously. Like that's hands down a great album.
Was
If I
great.
only had one thing to listen to for a while, that'd be okay for me.
If what is your favorite Gojira song of all time?
Global Warming.
Global Warming.
Off of From Mars to Sirius. It's
Okay.
the very last song. It's a long song, but again, the lyrical content and the music are just solid. But the lyrics in particular, I really like about that song. It's a pretty solid, if you have an open mind, kind of lyrical content song, like about creation and how long we've been here and what created and put us here and how have we used that gift or how have we abused that gift, and unfortunately we not treated it very well. It's a pretty deep song, I think, and
Nice.
it's long and it's jammy. So yeah, definitely Global Warming.
Dude, I know you saw Galder from Old Man's Child and Demi Begier doing Old Man's Child again.
Yeah, yes. And he said, I thought I had read something about how they have an older drummer too that's participating.
Some original
I was
members
like,
of the
oh,
band.
Is it Nick Barker?
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if it's Nick Barker.
That would be cool.
That would be something, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they link back up?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll be sick with it. For sure.
So I've seen you got some news about a concert that your lady's taking to you. You two. You want to talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Acid Bath.
Acid
heard of
Bath. I think you've mentioned them before.
I've never heard of them. Never heard of them once in my life.
Whatever. You
Entire life.
love that band.
In my opinion,
I do love Acid Bath.
the biggest and most popular unheard, not unheard band in the underground.
It's like a folk. It's like a folk tale. They're like a legend, right? That you've only heard of through shadows.
But just solid. 2 albums, but like one of the biggest underground bands ever as far as like the metal scene goes, or just heavy music or alternative music from New Orleans, part of the whole NOLA scene. Like, holy shit. My brother turned me onto those guys way back in the day. I mean, those guys have been around since the early to mid 90s. Unfortunately, departed in the mid to late 90s. This has been a long time coming. So many people asking for this to happen, and it finally happened.
For many years.
Yeah, yeah. But from what I've read, I mean, they understand too. Like, time is not infinite as far as this experience goes, and they understand that. Like, we're not here forever. So I think it's really cool that they are going to get together and play some music together. I'm actually going to go see him in Redmond, Washington, which I've never been there before. But It's cool that it's going to be an outside show,
Nice.
nature. I think it's going to be cool.
Oh, it'll be cool. It'll
Solid
be a great
lineup
show.
too. I mean, it's Acid Bath, Yob, High on Fire, Witch Mountain. What an incredible lineup!
Nice.
Gonna be great
Solid
seeing Matt
lineup.
Pike out there.
Oh,
Gonna be great seeing the Yob boys out there.
all of
Did
them.
they come to Boise?
Yep.
They come to Boise. They like Boise. All these places like,
Yeah,
or all
Witch
these bands
Mountain,
like Boise.
Yob, and I want to say High on Fire. They've all been through here. Now.
Oh, they have.
Yep.
Correct. Yep.
They're all Northwest love for sure.
Everybody
So-
loves the Northwest when they come through here. They come through here and they see, they have a huge, loyal underground metal fan base.
But it's also like what the state has to offer too, or what the Northwest has to offer. Lots of beautiful country and nature and stuff like that too. It's
Going back to like what David said about when he moved here from California, we're nice here. We're cool here. We have
Yeah.
beautiful land here.
it's a different aura.
It is a
For
different
sure.
aura than, say, deep California or New York.
I remember the singer of Death Angel had talked about that too. They had put out an album at some point before they came and played the Shredder here in Boise. And he was talking about like when he had written a couple of songs for that album, it's when he was visiting Boise, traveling up on the trails and whatever, and just kind of had like his
Nice.
own kind of moment and just appreciated the land and whatnot. I
Nice.
thought that was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
So, Chad, you and Raider just went to a show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we did. We could get into that early. We just went and saw the Blacktooth Grin show.
Family in Black.
Yep. Not only that,
Yes,
but
sir.
there was all local bands. It was the only local band show.
Mm.
It was great. Yep. Had a good time. Had some beers with Raider
Everybody
Dean.
played really solid.
Yeah, they did. Yep. Everybody
Very
sounded
solid.
good.
Yep.
Absolutely. Felt good. Felt good to get to a Blacktooth show. We love playing with them.
Good turnout. I missed that one. I
Mhm.
was hanging out with my
The
wife.
turnout was solid.
Turnout was solid. It was great turnout. Everybody interacted. It wasn't like everybody was just sitting down
No.
with just a lighter on, holding it back and
No.
forth.
No. People don't have lighters anymore. They have
Yeah, they do.
They
Somebody
have
pulled out a
phones.
lighter at the show.
phones and flashlights. Well, that era is
Nice
really
try,
Galaxy.
Yeah.
what a rebel. You're still smoking cigarettes and stuff.
It was.
I don't know if they were smoking cigarettes, my guy.
It was a solid
I
turnout.
said and
thought.
stuff.
Yeah.
And
stuff.
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 So cool,
But
yeah.
good people though too. There was a lot of good people there.
Yep, sure was.
Nice.
Very supportive. I
All right.
respect and love every one of those people that were there.
Should we get into the next subject?
I don't know. Do you know what the next subject is?
I got some books that I want to talk. Well, I got
Next
one book
test subject.
that I want to talk about, and I found this one at a bookstore, and I'm just going to read a random page out of
We'd prefer you didn't.
Spaceballs, the book. All right, and this is not just any Spaceballs book. This is a original copy. All right, from we'll get the date on this. They have
1987.
69.
it is from 1987. Okay, first print. So I'm just going to read one. I'm just going to open a random page because this is how good this is.
All right, sit back and read us the story.
All right, here we go. Oh, I opened straight to chapter 10. The Eagle 5 drifted silently in the dark, void of space. Barf's face filled with fear, and he began to tremble and shake. He did a little scratching, a little more scratching, and then some more trembling. Have you got fleas? Lone Star asked, reaching for the flea spray. No, Barf declared. Honest, I don't think I was thinking. That's the way I think. Scratching helps me think. Mel Brooks.
Mm.
Lone Star frowned and looked at the front of the ship. His eyes
You
opened
know what
wide.
helps me think is scratching my balls.
Yeah, right.
So, hey, sometimes you got to.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Don't mind the sounds.
Yeah.
That's just David reading in his robot voice.
No, you got to disconnect your.
he's beep booped.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, R2D2, keep reading.
Okay.
Don't get distracted.
Finish this off. All right. Lone Star frowned and looked out from the front of the ship. His eyes opened wide. He saw something out there. There's some kind of moon down there, he told his companion. We've got a tiny bit of fuel left. We got to try to make it to emergency landing. You mean crash landing? Barf asked. I prefer emergency landing, Lone Star said. Oh no, Barf trembled in fear. Quick, give me a reading, Lone Star said.
Okay, now you could say to the camera that you've read a book. This is what he's been
No,
reading.
I
I
read-
had to sit through.
I read
Yep.
a part.
We all sat
a
through.
part
You're
of a
welcome.
page
You're
of-
welcome.
Of chapter 10 of Spaceballs book. So very
Amen.
yes, this is classic literature. Okay.
Hey, show him your Schwartz.
Show them.
So
Now go touch your tongue to theirs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just had to grace you with some literature, some classic literature to enrich your minds. Okay.
Well, they wish you didn't.
Right? They had to sit there through it just like you and I did,
Yeah.
Chad.
That's right.
So they
Yep.
joined us
What'd
on
you
that
think
adventure.
of that? It was beautiful writing. I thought it was
Debatable.
entertaining.
And now he wants to know what we think about
Debatable, right?
it.
What's your take on my rendition?
see?
How was my rendition of
F.
Spaceballs?
F minus.
Yeah.
If there was a grade lower than
Did
F,
you like
I would
it?
give you that.
Did you not?
Yep.
Tell me.
Reminds me of that one time you went and got beer from Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
yeah, for free. I didn't even have to pay for it. It was crazy, man. Hulk Hogan showing up at a gas station to sign stuff and get pictures. I'm there, dude.
Redder Dean, tell us about a book you love.
Yes.
It could be that you just read, that you read when you were younger. Tell us about a book that you love.
There's a few that I like.
Name them. You don't have to be limited to one. David tries to limit me to one. I hate it. I'm like, dude, I got 3. I'll tell you right now.
Well, you don't want to just splooge it all out there.
I
You got to
do.
give him a little at
Now
a
you
time.
give it all.
No, you got to
Give
keep
it your
it
all.
anymore. Slut.
There's one called You Slapped.
Got to give it your all.
Challenge the
Where's my iron glove?
Slang it.
Hercules or Red Planet, which is published by a German author. It's hard for me to pronunciate his name. It's just something you'd have to look up. But Hercules or Red Planet, that one was really interesting. Anything by Jim Morris while he was alive, he put out some really interesting things as far as like,
Sci-fi.
well, more like conspiracy kind of wise, like kind of stuff. David Icke had a couple things that, hit or miss. Zechariah Sitchin with the Earth Chronicles. I mean, I dove into that rabbit hole a long time ago about the Anunnaki and the Nephilim and ancient Sumerian texts and what they meant. I like a lot of history kind of stuff, I guess. I appreciate it.
Same. Love history books.
Yeah. I do too. So, I mean, there's a lot of those that I like. I mean, Gods of Eden by William Bramley. That one was pretty interesting. Chariots of the Gods. I don't know. I mean, those are
So,
some
what
of
would you say your favorite genre of book is to read? You like fantasy? You like reality? You like history?
Vampire smut.
Yeah, I love Vampire Smut.
I
We
guess
know.
history,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I
right.
want to read about something I'm going to learn something from. Like, I don't give a shit about stupid
Made up
that
stories.
don't fucking matter. Like, I want to know about the planet. I want to know about our history. Like, I want to know about who we are. Like, I don't got time for shit that doesn't matter. Those are just fun stories. I don't want to know about fun stories. I want to know more about us, where we came from. Those are real stories. Like, I want to know about us, real stuff. That's more interesting to me.
I'm with you there. Same thing on my books. I mean, I do like some monkey business made up, like I talked on last episode, Ender's Game. You ever read that book?
Mm-mm.
It's a quality book. Also got a movie. I like stuff like that. It's made up sci-fi.
Is that the one with Harrison Ford?
Mm-hmm.
I've watched the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was a book.
Yep. It's a
Okay.
great book.
Okay.
And it's actually quite a bit deeper. It goes a little bit further than where the movie stopped, but
Usually.
that's how it goes.
Yeah. Thanks, Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Holly Weird.
Holly Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lately, yeah, definitely Hollywood.
No, always sounds like we've been deceived by their niceties and smooth face, clear white teeth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who are these demons?
Yeah.
They are definitely not in bed with the government. It's definitely not propagandized. Okay,
Mhm.
it's just crazy talk.
Mhm. Well, you just said it, so it's crazy talk.
No,
Yeah,
no,
crazy.
no. I'm just saying
No, no,
it's
no.
not that.
No,
It's definitely not that.
No. This wasn't my idea. You're putting ideas in my head.
Yeah.
You're
Where's
making
my-
me say things I would never say.
Where's my tinfoil?
Okay, so
You done with books? You
I'm
got
back
more
down
on
half
books?
I got nothing on books right now.
You're not going to read the Ferengis.
No, that's for the end. That's the end of the show.
I'd do it now.
That's to bequeath wisdom on the public at the
He
end.
said queef.
Yeah,
did.
bequeath the wisdom. Okay.
You Uchi furt.
So let's talk about some motos. What have you been motoing on, Chad?
Dude, I'm so ready for these opening races coming up at Firebird,
Oh, yeah?
Meridian Speedway. I'm excited. Take
Yeah.
the kids to them. They have a good time.
It is a popular thing here in the local area to go to the Firebird.
It is. I've also been on the prowl, as they say, in the motorsports community for a new vehicle.
Oh, yeah?
Looking for something to fit all the 27 children.
Whatever. You just want a new
Good
Lexus.
Lord.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, we know. It's just a new Lexus you're after.
That's besides the point. I still need a new vehicle. Back to the main topic. Vehicle is needed.
You Lexus lover.
I do like a fine samurai sword.
What is your favorite vehicle, Raider? What? I feel like you could go buy any vehicle right now. What would you pick?
Well, if I were to buy anything that I thought was
And don't make it practical. I mean, you
see,
just won the
I'd
lottery.
I would have to be practical first.
You just won the lottery.
So
You buy
like
anything
something
you
that
want.
would be like all-wheel drive, fucking get me in and out of any situation I could think of.
So you're saying a Jeep?
or like a tank, in and out of any situation.
Sorry, I love Jeeps.
Yeah. No. So I don't know, but like, if I had just stupid money, and I just wanted a cool, whatever vehicle, just because growing up in the 80s and 90s, probably like something like a DeLorean. Or
Ooh, I like that.
if I was going to go with like a truck, I'd want like an old Chevy truck with like a step side. Something that had curves, something that was cool and unique when it came out.
All right, I got a question for you. DeLorean, flex capacitor or no flex capacitor?
Flex capacitor. Yeah,
You can't have one without the other.
No.
Honestly,
Well, you got to get up to 88, brother, and
Great
take off.
Scott!
88, man, that's a tough one,
Right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Great Scott.
We gotta go back to 1984.
All
Yep.
right.
September 84. Thank you, Doc.
So I'm in.
July 5th, 1985.
So I've been watching videos
Day I was born.
on dirt biking on racetracks and stuff, and like doing jumps, and it makes me nervous, because I got my dirt bike and I like when I go out to these tracks because there's a bunch of them here in Idaho,
Yup.
and I really want to go and try it out, but I'm like super nervous because I've had like serious dirt bikes since I was a young man.
Well, when you need a partner in crime and you're going to let me rally that Kawasaki, let me know and we'll go.
Yeah, right.
I'll take you to a place I know.
I love my Kawasaki.
Found it from a guy.
Need to get you a bike too.
I don't know. They're
I need a
expensive.
dirt bike.
Are you
friend.
sure it was a guy?
Might have been.
These days, you never know.
It's true.
I'm just pulling you on a sled behind me.
Get on the skateboard.
Kickflip it. Do a kickflip.
Hold on to this rope. I'll drag you behind me.
Okay. Anything else on motos?
I don't know. Never worked on a car a day in my life.
Yeah, not me.
We know you.
Yeah, I suck at working on stuff. That's why I get good friends that know how to work on
Yeah.
things.
He just throws it away.
Yeah.
Just throw it away. Hey, what do you got on politics?
All right. So here in Idaho, there was a protest here in Meridian, Idaho, at the Tesla dealership right around the corner from my house, quite honestly. And I'm super sad that I did not catch wind of this until it was already done. But apparently 50 people, there was like a nationwide protest for Tesla. And so everyone was like showing up to these dealerships, and like 50 people showed up here at the one right around from my house. And then I think within about an hour, just like the stories that I was reading, there was like over 200 to 300 people there in support of Tesla. And which
Probably open carry can sue.
Yep, some of them are open carry because we are here in Idaho, and you could open carry legally. You could pack a pistol on your hip. You could carry your rifles, and if you don't like it, don't come to Idaho because this is the law of the land here. We like our guns, and it's a safe place. It's one of the safest places in the world, honestly, because that blue hair granny that you just flipped off, she got a gun bigger than your brains. Okay.
Bigger than the finger you flipped her off with.
Yes, exactly, and that's just a fact. So, but,
Tell them more facts. What other facts you got?
we
share more about this granny.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think I'm ready for another piece of pizza slut.
here in Idaho. Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for
Where's that stuffed crust?
I'm still
Whatever
waiting
happened to
for
Idaho pizza?
Idaho
Oh,
pizza.
dude, 2 hours.
It's going to be a
8
bomb
o'clock.
pizza.
8 o'clock.
Okay, so but anyways, that's my politics. I love Idaho because of that, and I'm sure some places it wasn't like that, but here people showed up in support of what Elon is doing and what Trump is doing, and quite honestly, I approve personally. I approve of
He's getting deep in politics now.
responsibility in spending, especially when we're
Elbow deep.
insane debt.
At least.
I don't care if you want
Smell
to
his
whine
finger.
or cry about it. It's just like we need some accountability. And, yeah, it's a little bit messy right now.
World events. Recently, earthquake in Myanmar. Many people stuck in an apartment complex.
No, but seriously.
Yes. That's the thing that happened.
Yeah.
I got nothing for world events.
You got nothing on world events. You're the most boring podcaster in the world. So you need a new job, you're saying. This guy's looking for a job? Anybody hiring?
I quit.
Do you know anyone
This job
hiring?
is too hard.
Hopefully they can expose them to the realities of the world.
They cannot, sir.
How about you, Raider? You got anything to say about what's going on in the world right now?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
You seem to follow a lot of news.
Yeah, I got too much probably to say.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what he writes our songs about.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine. Where do we know this guy from?
Well, I used
Where do you know him from?
places.
Places.
I
Places.
seen, I seen him at a show.
Dark
once or twice.
places.
I think he's been in a few bands.
Maybe.
Postal worker.
So
Yeah. Once upon a time. Long, long ago. There's all sorts of fucking disasters going on. There's
yeah,
always
let's
going to
skip
be.
that. There's just too much. That's too
There's
much.
always going to be disasters.
Unless we have something specific to talk about.
Well, I literally
Sucks.
just did. The earthquakes in Myanmar.
Yeah. All right. What about local business, Raider? Who do you enjoy going to? Do you like eat somewhere? Do you go get suntans at a
Did
specific
you work at a place?
You know,
Oh.
what's your favorite hookah shop?
Ha!
Well, our local business is the
None.
Boise Pie Company.
Yeah.
Well,
Local business, Boise Pie Company.
I wasn't
Raider
asking
Dean,
you. I was
you
asking
know him.
Raider.
You know him. What do you love about him? What do you love about Kevin?
Kevin is pretty cool.
I like Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely a huge shout out to Boise Pike Company. They've been very successful. Wonderful people. I knew the family for quite a minute.
Come on, tell us. We know you made some pies for them.
No, actually, I didn't do the pies. I was part of the whole savory side of the operation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went in there and watched him work, my dude.
Yeah, Kevin and Carrie, they took over the
Well,
whole
apparently I didn't.
sweet
You didn't.
operation.
Yeah, where were
And,
you?
Yeah.
So I was doing
Where
the
were
work.
you?
I know you were.
But no, they took over and they made it pretty successful. You know,
Hmm.
they opened up another joint with Crave. They got a coffee shop going on. They have lots of different stuff going on.
Okay, if you went to the Boise Pie, if you went to the Boise Pie Company today,
Hey,
what would you order?
sit down and back up, my dude.
What pie
chill
would you
out.
order?
Remain calm.
Well, I'm a fan of the cheesecake. I feel like they got
Cheesecake,
those
eh?
nailed down. I don't know how often they do it now, but the Japanese cheesecake that they do was pretty awesome too. It was more like a souffle kind of style cheesecake. Really good with coffee. But the great thing about them is they like to kind of provide that satisfaction though. They are very accommodating, I will say. They're really good people. When they came over and took over, I mean, I was there for the original owners, and when they took over, just tremendous attitudes, lots of ambition, and the kind of people that would give you the shirts off their back if you needed it.
So, Raider, let's before we get into the random at the end, Raider, tell us about some of the bands that you've been in. What was your first band,
Great question.
and who were your band members, if you can remember?
He doesn't.
Oh no, I remember. Okay,
I
so
remember.
yeah, I remember. So my first band was Postal Worker, Grand Corps band. Um, we were based out of Meridian, I guess.
King Street.
Yeah, some dudes I met down in Meridian who were jamming in a little shack with their own band called Postmortem Twitch, and the drummer and the guitar player agreed to do a side project with me, which we called Postal Worker. Just solid grindcore, maybe a minute long songs. When we started, we were a 3-piece, turned into a 5-piece. Eventually, we added Keith and Nick Brooks to the mix, so we were a solid 5-piece. But it was a short run. I mean, maybe a couple years, maybe more. I don't know. We used to play down at the Blues Bouquet in downtown Boise while it still existed.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun. We played the venue.
How old do you think were you at?
Well, that was around 2006. Like those were some early years. 2006, 2007.
You were in your 20s.
Yeah.
Because you and I were about 22 when we started Tiamat's.
Yep.
Yep. So you were about 20.
Yeah,
I'll answer that question for him.
That was definitely the early years, for sure. One of the things I thought it was really cool before we ended our last show that we played down at the Blues Bouquet, we had learned to cover Gojira. That was pretty cool. That was fun to do.
Nice.
But no, it was a short run, but it was fun. It was definitely a walk or a step forward into that whole like scene and knowing what it takes to set up, tear down, do a live show. It was an experience for sure, and I had a lot of fun with the people I played with. And then it just kept going after that. I've been in so many different bands since Postal Worker, including TMS Destroyer and Septic Era, Tulpa, Hate Spell. I've auditioned for bands that thought they were going to do something. It didn't happen, but it was still fun to jam with or record with, regardless if it went somewhere or nowhere. I don't care. It's just something I like to do.
It's an experience.
Yeah. So I think shortly after that is when Chad knew you before I knew you.
Yeah.
And we met you through our friend Patrick.
Yep.
And
Mr. Goodman.
That was a long time ago, and then so
Yes, it was.
We fired up a band and it was under a couple of different names. But we start with
Brutality through reality.
Was it Brutality at first?
To Nibiru.
Brutality through reality to Nibiru to Tiamat's.
To Tiamat's Destroyer. And we had to change Nibiru because we found out someone else was Nibiru.
Some posers.
It was
some posers took our name.
They're imposters.
Yeah.
And we were trying to take their name, but it was
wrong.
Like some jazz band or something.
Wrong.
And so we came up with the option TMS Destroyer, which is kind of like just a tricky way of saying the same thing, right?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, regardless, when it became TMS Destroyers, man, we do a lot of shows. We did a lot of recordings.
Yeah, we did.
We went to Portland a bunch of times.
That was
in September.
Played more concerts than you could count.
TMS Destroyer had numerous shows. Like I don't think I've played more shows with any band or project I've been in than TMS Destroyer.
I wish I had all of our old flyers.
No,
I wish I had every single flyer from every single show.
Yeah,
it would have covered up this garage.
It would fill up everything. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, there's a lot. So
that's why I want them.
After TMS Destroyer, you were in Brutality Through Reality?
No.
No.
No, that was our band.
That was our band.
So
Brutal
TMS
Season.
Destroyer, I went and
Brutal Season.
did a Splattered Throat for their first recordings.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. No, we did a few songs together and actually put out some recordings, which was fun. Those were fun guys for the time being. But I don't know. it still wasn't me. TMS still wasn't doing something. Um, I knew
Oh,
a,
we stretched
a
TMS out for a while. It kind of
for
at the
sure,
end it was just kind of fizzled apart.
but I knew a
because of some
gentleman that
things,
was putting something together for a while. Tim from
amazing drummer.
SHA, and he he was in a bunch of bands for quite a while. Anyways, they were putting together a band, so I joined Brutal Season was the band for a minute, and wow, was that a learning experience. Um, just the seasoned musicians that were in that band, um, Brian and Stymie and JB and Tim and all those guys, very seasoned musicians. I
Yeah.
mean, those guys taught me so much, from merchandising to going and play shows outside the states, presence, consistency, expression, the hard work to loading in, to loading out. I mean, those guys taught me a lot, and I really, really appreciate it. And I have so much gratitude to all of them. They were seasoned musicians. I mean, they did it way longer than I had, and taught me a lot, and I really respected it. So later on in my musical endeavors, when I joined Hate Spell,
Hate Spell. I was about ready to ask you about that.
yeah, I had that experience when I joined Hate Spell, so that was an easy transition, I guess. Respected the position quite a bit more, and
Hate Spell was pretty fun. I really enjoyed
it
that.
was a
band.
lot of fun. Yeah, no, I got mad love for those guys. I got mad love for everybody I jammed with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even Tulpa, Septic, of course.
Yep.
I even did a short run. We were going to call ourselves Agent Omen. Had the guitar player Christopher from Final Underground, myself, and some other guy on drums. But I know, I've jammed with a lot of people. Some of it went somewhere, and some of it didn't. The ones that I guess were meant to be were B for a minute,
Sure.
and it was fun. Holy shit! I played a lot of cool shows. Got to share the stage with a lot of great bands. Met some really interesting people. Like wow, and I don't regret any of it at all. I mean, it was an amazing ride. It was a cool journey for a long time.
As a musician that's been through many bands and has had a while to go, how would you say your experience from the beginning to where you are now? What is the biggest difference in your vocal expertise?
Well, that's funny because when I started, I guess like the cuffing the mic, I guess was the popular thing to do. So I just kind of naturally took that up. But I really feel like that's, I don't know, as a vocalist for my kind of style, which is more like the heavier vocals, I feel like that's kind of holding me back. But it's a good beginner.
Is it like a projection thing?
It is very much a projection thing, and you're trying to reach certain tones by kind of cheating by cuffing the mic.
Oh.
To do that without cuffing the mic is something different, which I don't know. That's a whole different conversation, I guess. But I like to be more involved. I'm more comfortable with holding the microphone away from me now, in front of me, because I feel like I can get more involved.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas back in the day, cuffing the mic, you sounded to you awesome and scary, but you mature. You get better at your craft, like anything, like playing drums, guitar, whatever. You don't have to do little cheats here and there. I'm sure drummers and guitar players and all of them have their little secrets as well. Their little cheats. Everybody does, but once you really start honing in on your craft, you get better. You don't have to do those things no more. That was a fun thing about like growing as a singer. When I started, I was doing vocals on a shitty ass fucking karaoke machine with fucking cassette tapes and a CD recorder. I'd find an instrumental song from a band I liked, whether it be Fear Factory, Chimera, whatever.
Godsmack.
No. We'll be selective a little. But I would find instrumental tracks that were heavy, even Gore Guts. I mean, I think Gorguts was one of the ones that my brother actually liked because it was death metal. So I would write, at the time I was writing poetry back in the day, but I would turn my poetry into lyrics and record my vocals on this piece of shit karaoke machine over their instrumental track with my lyrics and vocals, and that's where it started.
Speaking about vocals, what kind of subject matter inspires your vocal writing?
Like other vocalists or
Oh no, no.
styles or
What
what?
subject matter do you draw off of when you are searching for vocal matter? Are you? Well, I kind of know, but
Yeah, we know.
Tell them what inspires your lyrics, basically. Uh, what kind of subject matter do you draw off? Is it?
Well, a lot of it's like conspiracy, I guess, style vocals, but a lot of it is just about subject matter that matters to me.
I was going to say real life.
Well,
Real life things is what Raider
I
really
would,
sings
I
about.
would like to think that it's has to do with real life,
Mm.
but I mean, there's
Real
a lot of
subject
people out there
issues.
that's going to argue, but that's fine. I don't care if you like it or you don't. It's not. I'm not writing those lyrics to appease you. I'm writing those lyrics because that's what I feel strongly about, and I will always feel strongly about. I mean, I know it's hard for people to understand what I'm saying because of the style that we do, but that's why I'm very adamant about putting those lyrics in our recordings and the releases. Because I do sing about real shit.
Yeah,
it's not just
one of my
stupid,
favorites
funny
is
fantasy
Fukushima.
stories or
Yeah.
I mean, Fukushima was a real event,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I felt compelled to write lyrics about that. Or history, Nibiru. That's something that we've been playing for ever.
And the story of the
But
Anunnaki,
it is about, it's about real Sumerian history, if not older history, about another planet that collided with us. I mean,
How about this one? Cirrhosis. One of our newest ones that we're coming up with.
yeah.
Real life, which used to be Whiskey Bitten Hellbound.
Yeah, and that one has been around forever too. I mean, but we got our fun songs like Send More Paramedics about zombies. I mean, I guess a majority of our content is more for real though. It's about stuff that matters. We have our fun, like anybody should, but if I'm going to strangle that microphone and I've got something to say, it's going to be about something fucking real, not something stupid. I'm not going to waste anybody's time. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to sing about some real shit.
Yeah, notice you don't go to fantasy lyrics.
No,
You
no,
kind
that's
of
not
like
for me.
kind of pick subjects
No,
and kind
no.
of sing about those.
I'm gonna lay it on you, real. I'm gonna talk about some real shit. It's
Well, all
easier
three
for
of
me
us
to
get along.
bring that. It's easier for me to bring that projection too.
Yeah.
To my vocals. So if I feel, convicted or I feel really motivated about what I'm saying or passionate about it, it's easier for me to vocalize that, get really into it, and hit those ranges that I need to because I feel it and I mean it. It's not bullshit.
All right.
Well, do you like your beer? You drank it. You chugged it down.
It was all right.
He did.
I'll give it
No,
a.
he's
got there?
I give it a C.
Crazy heavy
that?
mixed drinks.
This is
Metamucil?
Red Bull and vodka.
Metamucil.
Give me a Metamucil.
This is absinthe mixed with cranberry juice.
Stuff. I'm still waiting for my Idaho Pizza Company.
Holy shit, he's still waiting.
Well,
Yeah.
might get here tonight.
Well,
You never
they
know.
definitely lost
It
the
better be
game
really good.
like by forever.
My kids probably narfed it, and we still don't even know.
Right.
They're like 3 pizzas. Oh, this one's ours.
What
They'd
kind of
enough.
pizza?
Local hero.
Who is your local hero?
That would be the Family in Black.
Blacktooth Grin.
Blacktooth Grin.
Yes, sir.
And so, why are they our local hero? This
You tell us.
Well, you
You answer this question.
guys kind of chose this one.
Yeah, we did, and we know why.
Well,
Yeah, that's why I'm
I
asking.
would say that they're local heroes in so many ways. Obviously, everybody that knows Blacktooth Grin knows their music. They are incredibly influential. They bring people together. They got a tremendous sound, but it's not the sound, it's not the band that brings them together. It's the family. The family in black. The people who they are is what is important. 100%.
Yes, sir. Great dudes.
That's why they're heroes.
Always
They
been
bring
great
people
dudes.
together.
Yep. Good staple in the community. Always down to, I've had good conversations with Justin. Great experiences with Jeremy.
Oh yeah.
Fixing my guitar. Just great dudes. Sad to hear Mama Jin
Yeah.
passed on.
Yeah.
In a better place now.
Yeah.
They're podcasting too, and I watched a couple episodes.
They are podcast stars. That's correct.
Yeah.
Not only are they great musicians, also podcast stars. Probably 10 million views on their last episode.
Really?
Was it 10? 11 million?
I have no idea.
11 million? Not bad. Attaboy, boys.
Yep. So that's our local hero for this.
What do you got on them? You got to say something too. You don't just get to be quiet.
I played some shows with them.
Yes,
I
you have.
I really haven't got the chance to get to know any of them, honestly. So,
Okay.
other than
Gonna
the
have to
brief
change that.
exchanges,
Right?
Yeah.
Apparently, you need to get out of your bubble.
Well, yeah. No,
The world's not about you.
what do you mean? No,
It's about everyone. You got to include everyone almost.
Can't conquer the
I
world.
thought they
by
were
yourself.
supposed to include me.
Oh,
So how's that works?
my mistake. Yes. Log back into the David Draper show.
That's
That's
right.
on next week. Local hero, Blacktooth Grin. Thank you guys for doing what you do. We love you.
Thank you, Family in Black.
We'd love to
For
play another
everything.
concert with you if you'd have us. We suck, but we'll try.
I just appreciate their love.
Yes, sir.
I do.
Yep. It was great when we got to play with them at the Knit. That was an awesome show.
But like I said, even beyond musicians, just who they are as human beings, I appreciate them and love them, respect them dearly. Yep.
All right, thank you, Raider, for coming and talking to us today. We, as always, we get to do our conversations every week because we hang out all the time. But we love you, man, and we love jamming with you, and can't wait to make new music and hopefully get it on the radio one of these days. It's been kind of a struggle. Life has been challenging us, but here we are, going on and on.
Every day's a new day, my
Yep.
friend.
And through the struggles, we get stronger.
Mm.
So, all right, that's it for episode 4,
Mm-hmm.
April 3rd of 2025.
That's a cut.
All right, cheers.